everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So today is going to be a video where I'm sharing all our meals of the week. So it's all our meals that we have for tea. And when I say we, it's me, my husband and our son Arthur, who has recently turned 1 year old. So if you're looking for some sort of weaning meal ideas or meal ideas for a 1 year old, then this might be helpful too. Obviously he is now 1, so he is eating a lot of similar things that we eat, but we might have to kind of adapt it slightly or do a different version. But yeah, I'm just going to go through all of our evening meals that we eat in a week. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. If you like videos like this, then do please let me know in the comments below and I could do more of them. I've done a couple of what I eat in the day and also what my baby eats in a day, so go and see those videos if you might find them interesting too. And yes, I really hope that you enjoy it, and let's get on with it. Don't forget to subscribe if you do like this kind of content and you like mum life content. I would love for you to come over and join my channel, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up too, because it really helps out me and my channel. But without further ado, let's get on with it, and I really hope that you enjoy it. So the first meal of the week is pizza, and this is something that we do have every single week. So these are the ingredients that we use. We have been using the pizza dough recently, which just comes in that big ball there, which you need to stretch out and roll yourself. And then obviously because of that, I am having to make my own tomato sauce. So I'm just using passata and putting some herbs in that. I don't think you actually have to cook this before putting it on the pizza, but I don't know, I thought it may taste better if I just warmed it all through anyway. So yes, whilst that is cooking for a few minutes, I'm just going to prepare the pizza dough base. And as I said, we have used this a couple of times. We have tried the wholemeal one, which we didn't love, as to be expected. So this is just like a normal white flour pizza base. And I just started off by rolling that out with a rolling pin, and then I was just using my hands. It may look like I knew what I was doing, I don't know, does it? You tell me, but I was just making it up as I go along. But just obviously trying to stretch it out as best I could. It said about 12 inches this pizza made, so I think maybe it was a little bit smaller than that. But yeah, just trying to get it nice and even. After transferring it onto some baking paper so I could get it in the oven a bit easier, I'm just going to put our toppings on. So me and my husband will share this, and we have different cheeses. So first though, I just have to put the passata on, and I did put quite a good amount on because we didn't feel it was enough last time. And then this is just me putting my cheese on. So we just use sliced cheese. I just find it a bit nicer, it's a bit thicker than grated cheese. It never tastes cheesy enough in my opinion when you just use grated. And then I've got my mushrooms, tomatoes and a little bit of oil there on the top too, just to help that all cook. So when we have this, I don't give my son this because I don't think it's probably that good for him. I don't know, I just can't imagine him eating melted cheese. I think it's quite difficult to digest. So we usually give him pasta or something, but today we did vegetable fingers, beans for the protein, and then just the inside of the potato wedges. And I do just get out the filling of the vegetable fingers because he's got enough kind of brown stuff there. I just get all the vegetables out. But yes, that is his meal. The next meal of the week is pasta, and again this is also a meal that we do have every single week, and recently we have been enjoying having it with a mix of soya mince and lentils too. We just enjoy having the texture of the mince, but obviously lentils are really good, they're completely not processed or anything, so we just like to have a bit of a mixture. We'll have the whole grain pasta, and then my son just has spaghetti. So starting off, I just put the red lentils on because they take the longest time, and then I can get on and start preparing all the rest of it. So we always have onions. We don't always fry them, and today I didn't fry them because we were having fried onions in another 1 or 2 meals, so I didn't want to do too much. But the sauce is basically some chopped tomatoes. As I said, our soya mince goes in there. Then I've just put, I think it was about 1.5 small red onions in there, and some passata too. And then to that mixture I just add some mixed herbs and some garlic. So it's just really simple, it just all goes in one pot, and it just cooks maybe for about 15 minutes or so, and that is it done. As it ready, if it is a bit dry I can add some more passata, but that's basically all we do. Then as I said, we've just got the pasta and spaghetti there for us and our son, and then I'm also cooking some peas for Arthur too. So that is it. So it's quite a busy hob, but that is everything. Once that is all ready, once the lentils are ready, we will add that to the sauce mixture, and then we will also add our pasta to that too, and then just cook that through just for a couple of minutes. But that is it all done. So it's that simple. It's really, really quick and easy. And then we'll just put some cheese on top of that, because life's too short not to have cheese on top of pasta. That's kind of like my favourite part. Some weeks we do have garlic bread, but we didn't today, unfortunately. So it's just some cheese. So yeah, this is one of my favourite meals probably, and it's just something really quick and easy. And then Arthur, as I said, will pretty much have the same as us. He just has spaghetti and some peas too. And then I will take out the onions because they are pretty big, but I will leave any small ones. But I would probably say this is his favourite meal. Every time we give this to him, he just eats loads of it. So it goes down really well with him, and obviously it's fairly healthy too. Next up is fajitas. So again, this is a meal that I really do enjoy. We don't have this every week. So as you can see, we will be having this with corn pieces, we have chopped tomatoes and some gravy, but you could use stock too. And I actually do different spices every single time, I think. I just kind of wing it and see what happens. We do make our own potato wedges with this, and we have an air fryer, which I would definitely recommend. It makes such nice chips and wedges. You just mix it all in with the oil, and we've got sweet potato and normal potato ones too. Just put it on, usually for about 26 or 27 minutes, and yeah, it just makes them really, really nice. So then for the rest of the mixture, I just fry some onions, and whilst they are browning off a little bit, I just prepare some gravy. This gravy is very, very low salt, so it's good for us and for Arthur too, because obviously babies can't have too much salt. But I just use that just so that it's not too tomatoey, if that makes sense. So then once the onions are nice and brown, I can just add the rest of it. So I add probably around a third to half a tin of chopped tomatoes, but I do it bit by bit. Kind of as the mixture is cooking, to stop it getting too dry, I'll just put a little bit more in, sort of thing. Again, something that I just wing as I go along. We've got corn chunks there, and the dark brown bits are soya chunks, and those are for our son. I'll add the gravy, and I add all my seasoning, which is loads of different spices and herbs and things. Again, I just see how it goes really. And then I also, don't think I showed you, I don't think I had it out, but I was just putting some herbs in there. Again, like I said, I don't want it to taste too much of tomatoes. But that is it, that's the mixture. So I think that's fairly simple really, but it is just really nice. Obviously the mixture, I like it quite wet. I know people do fajitas a bit differently to this, but I do like it fairly wet, but obviously not too wet because it will just come out. But yeah, we'll just have that with peas too. So we just warm up some wraps that we have previously put in the freezer, and I'll just put some of that in the wrap. I'm not an expert at rolling that up, so I'm sure you're probably thinking that wasn't amazing, but it just about holds. It does the trick. And yeah, we'll just have some extra mixture on the side and our potato wedges and peas, and it's really, really good. And then Arthur can have pretty much exactly the same apart from a wrap. So my next meal is a meal that I often speak about in my food hauls. So for the past few weeks I have been buying tofu, and my husband will have fish in the same way as I have this tofu. So basically we just have it with breadcrumbs. So I just blend up a piece of bread, and then in a separate bowl I just add the breadcrumbs, the oil, some herbs and garlic, and that is it really. That's just the mixture. This was the first time that I was doing it because my husband had previously cooked this, and it's just something really tasty. It's just something a bit different. As I said, we've only recently started doing it. So yeah, you just kind of rub it all together, and then that is it really. So you just cut up the tofu, and you can bake this in the oven. I think it's around 25 minutes. And I don't use the whole block, so what I'm cutting here is for me and Arthur. And then the bit that's left over, I'll probably use the next day for his lunch or something. I'll just kind of like fry it off or something like that. And yeah, you just kind of lie the mixture on. As I was doing this, I did realise I had forgotten to oil, so you are meant to put oil all over the tofu as well. But yeah, I was just able to do that. I had some oil on my hands there, so I just could rub that on the bottom to make sure it cooked properly. But do make sure that you do that. And I was thinking I probably hadn't put enough herbs on, so yeah, I was just putting a few little bits of herbs on just to make sure it tasted nice. And that's it really. So that goes in the oven, And then alongside that, we were also boiling some baby potatoes and some vegetables too. So that is our finished meal. We just put some butter on the potatoes there, as you can see. And yeah, it's just really, really healthy. Again, it's kind of fairly simple ingredients, but it does taste really, really good. And then Arthur had the same. He didn't have the breadcrumbs because I thought they were a little bit like catching your throat type thing. But yeah, he does enjoy that one too. Right, so the last meal that I'm going to show you this week is curry, which we have probably every couple of weeks or so. We definitely don't have it every week. I will leave the recipe for this below. We kind of have tweaked it a little bit, but I did originally find it online. And again, that's something that we have with corn pieces, and it's a curry that uses coconut cream, and it is really, really tasty. So just to explain, my husband eats chicken and fish, but I am fully vegetarian. So for this meal, he does prefer having chicken. So we actually have two saucepans on the go. So we have mine with the corn in, and then we have another one with just sauce, and then he cooks his chicken in the oven and then adds that at the end for a few minutes, if that makes sense. But you will see that in a second. So firstly, I mix the spices. I'm not going to add the cayenne pepper because I think that might be a bit spicy, because Arthur will have a bit of mine, but my husband will just add that to his. We use about 2/3 of a small can of coconut cream plus all of the water or juice in there, and then I'll just top that up with a bit more water. So as you can see, as I said, we've got the rice on there by the way, and we've got two saucepans, so I'm just going to do exactly the same. So we start off by frying the onions, and then we will add the rest of the bits. So that is just the spices there. As I said, we just mix it all together. We've got some chopped tomatoes in there. I would say, I'm trying to think, we probably do have nearly half a whole can between us, sorry. As I said, I'm going to have some corn chunks there, and my son is going to have something different, which you will see at the end. So yeah, we've got the corn in there, and then we're going to add some of the coconut cream, which does make it taste really, really nice. I do like this curry, it's really, really good. As you can see on the hob there, well, you can't quite see, but that is some cabbage boiling too. We just like to have it with that. And yeah, that is it. So it's a fairly simple curry, I think, but it does taste really, really good. So I've got the curry. We use brown rice because that is healthier, and as I said, just some cabbage there for some greens. And then I do also have some mango chutney. If I have any plain yogurt, I will also put a dollop of that on my plate as well. I just really enjoy that. For Arthur then, we have some vegetable balls which we've made with chickpeas and loads of different vegetables. Sweet corn, cabbage, peas, red pepper I think is in there. So obviously we'll just put that in the sauce, but that is brilliant because that's like his vegetables and protein all in one ball sort of thing. And yeah, he does do well with that. So those are all the meals of the week. Usually we do have a meal with like sausages and vegetables and gravy, that sort of thing, and another meal probably would be omelette, but I obviously didn't want this video to be too long and boring, so I thought those 5 meals were probably the most interesting meals of the week. So yes, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, seeing what I eat in a week and also what our son eats too, and maybe this will give you some meal inspiration, who knows. If you like this kind of video, then I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and let me know if you did enjoy it in the comments. Please give this video a big thumbs up and go ahead and check out my other what I eat in a day and what Arthur eats in a day too, if that interests you. As I said, I am posting food hauls every week, which you might also enjoy. But yes, I think that is it for now, but thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye everyone!